things aren't little after all. They all add up, even though they're small. We recommend you don't deny them. Get off your ass and try them. They're bigger than you think. The little things.
Welcome to our series, The Little Things, where, like the song says, the little things aren't little after all. They all add up, even though they're small. In this series, we're going to show you the little things that we've gathered through the years that'll make a big impact on the way that you make music. This episode, we're going to show you how to get those huge background vocals like the ones you hear in big rock anthems by Def Leppard, Nickelback, or Imagine Dragons. This trick is also the same for big pop background vocals like you hear in Shawn Mendes, Ed Sheeran, or Taylor Swift songs. There are some important tips besides the singing and the note choices that are going to take your BGVs to the next level. Before we dive in though, know this. This type of attention to detail takes time and can feel tedious and boring, but these types of processes in your production are what are going to make the difference. Good is the enemy of great, and there are too many good producers out there and not enough great ones. So don't be in a hurry. Take the time to be great.
Okay, today's song is kind of a Tom Petty type track. I'm going to sing 3 different parts in the background vocals, and each part I'm going to sing 8 times. I'm not going to get into the arrangement of the parts and all that much because every song is different, and you kind of have to rely on your instincts on the arrangement of the background parts and musically what you want to sing. This is more about the technical side of how to mix, how to pan, and especially how to tune. So here we go. Okay, I'm going to start with the middle part. I'll sing it once, and I'll stack it 7 more times. Here we go. Okay, on to the high part. Same thing. I'll sing it once and stack it 7 more times. Here we go. Okay, now to the low part, same program. 1 and then 7 more. Okay, I hear some ooh parts at the end of the chorus, so I'll sing those. I'll start with the middle part again. I'll sing 1 and then 7 more on top of that. Here we go. Cool, on to the high part, sing 1, 7 more. Now on to the low part. Okay, so now I have 3 parts, each one of them I sang 8 times. So let's get into the editing, the EQ, the compression, and most importantly, the tuning. Okay, now that we have all the background vocals, I've separated them in parts. The green's the high part, the red's the mid part, and the blue's the low part. So let's go in, and I've also put a fast compressor on every one of them, the CLA. 1176, and then the RVox to kind of overall compress it. So what we want to do is let's hard pan every single one of them because we know that we want left, right, hard pan out to the outsides. We know that we'll get a good stereo image, wide stereo image of all the background vocals. Okay, I've also put all the background vocals into a group. So all of the background vocals are being fed into this stereo pair here. And on that stereo pair, I have some EQ and compression from SSL, a little more of the RVox, and then I have a stereo imager that even makes the stereo image of the background vocals spread even more. So let's listen to just how those background vocals sound by themselves. Here we go. Here's the ahs at the end. All right, that sounds pretty good, but now I'm going to go into each one of these vocals and put it through the Cubase type Melodyne tuner. Okay, so that's a little off. Let me quantize the tuning to the note that I intended to sing, ha. Now it's a little loose here, so let me tighten the tuning a little bit. Let's see how that sounds. All right, pretty good. I don't want to tune it too tight. I don't want it to be like boy band type. So let me do that. So I've done that to that vocal. Now I need to do it to 27 others. Okay, so now we're going to get into some fine tuning and some real attention to detail. Here is the first vocal part. I sang 8 notes of it. Okay, so we've gone in and we've tuned every one of those, not boy band tight, but tight enough to sound in tune. Now, the first track of these is panned to the left. And what I've done is I've gone here to the fine tuning and I've brought it down minus 15. What fine tuning is cents, C-E-N-T-S, cents. There are 100 cents in a half step. What a half step is would be the equivalent of if you played a C on the piano and a C sharp on the piano. That's a half step. Now, between this half step, there are 100 cents. 100 of these equals 1 of these. So what I've done to the first track here that's panned to the left, I've brought it down 15%, which would make it 15% flat. The next track, which is panned to the right, I've done nothing. It just has its normal tuning. The next track, which is panned to the left, I've done nothing. It has its normal tuning. The next track, is panned to the right, I've also flattened it 15%. So I have flat on the left, normal tuning on the right, normal tuning on the left, and flat on the right. Now, the next group of 4, which is the same note, I've done the opposite. On the first track that goes to the left, I've sharpened it by 15%. Next track that goes to the right, normal tuning. Next track that goes to the left, normal tuning. And next track that goes to the right, I've sharpened 15%. In that bunch, I can get a really nice stereo chorusy effect because of the differentiations between sharp, flat, and regular tuning. Now, I go down to the next 8 parts I sang that are the high part. I've done the same configuration. Flat, normal, normal, flat. Sharp, normal, normal, sharp. Same with the low notes. Flat, normal, normal, flat. Sharp, normal, normal, sharp. In the end, what we get is a really natural, nice, warm sounding, chorusy sound, and it sounds something like this.
Okay, there you have it. That's how you make huge background vocals. Experiment with the amount of sense in your sharp and your flat tuning. In a track that stints like this, you can get away with more than an open sparse track where the background vocals are more exposed. Also, don't worry if it sounds too chorusy or pitchy in solo mode. The world don't listen in solo mode. This process took about an hour, so it's not as easy as throwing auto-tune on 28 vocals. If taking the extra time to be great in your craft seems like an inconvenience, then ask yourself, how many times did Quincy Jones or Michael Jordan cut corners to take the easy way out? Now, go take the time to make your background vocals next level. My staff and I are in constant fear of botching a case, so malpractice insurance can be quite costly. But if you hit subscribe below, which is free, you can help us a great deal and in turn be notified every time an episode of Music Surgery with Dr. Bob hits YouTube. Thanks for watching, and pass the salsa. What? In music and in life, the little things aren't little after all. They all add up, even though they're small. I'll see you the next time the doctor's in.